Story problems with multiplication and division. Your learning target today is I can solve story problems with multiplication and division, and you'll know you're successful when you can solve story problems that require one step and decide whether to multiply or divide. Okay, today we are going to be working on one-step story problems, just like we did the last time we had a math lesson. So, I'm going to, before I read this problem, I know that today we are going to be multiplying or we're going to be dividing. But I want you to think about after I read this, do you think I will be using multiplication to figure this problem out or division? Let's read the problem right now and see. Each egg costs $4. How much do 5 eggs cost? I want you to think about that. Do you think it sounds like we'll be multiplying or do you think we'll be dividing? Remember, if I'm dividing, they usually tell me the bigger number or like the total, and then I have to find out like a smaller number within that problem. When I'm multiplying, I have to find the total. And in this problem, I see that each egg costs $4. Each egg costs $4. How much do 5 eggs cost? So I know that we have 5 eggs, and I know that each one is $4. So that's like saying 5 times 4, which of course would mean we're multiplying, right? Because I have 5 eggs times $4. Each one was $4. And then what is 5 times 4? I could count by 5s to figure that out, right? 5, 10, 15, 20. And that I stopped at the 4th number. So 5 times 4 is 20. So our answer is, how much do 5 eggs cost? $20. And that's how I would write $20 with the decimal, or this period it looks like. It's called a decimal. And then a 00 at the end, that's $20. All right, let's try one more problem before you do one on your own. Angela went to the store 6 times last month. She buys 9 books each time she goes to the store. How many books did she buy last month? So again, does it look like we have to find the total? Or does it look like they already gave us the total? Well, she went to this store 6 times last month and she bought 9 books. We need to know how many books, maybe how many total books that she bought last month. Finding the total is what it looks like we need to do. And what does that mean? What operation do we need to do if we have to find the total again? Multiplication, because we know if they already gave us the total, we would be dividing. So we are going to be multiplying again today. What 2 numbers are we going to be multiplying together? 6 times 9, right? Those are the 2 numbers it tells me in the problem. And we also know that there are 9 books that she bought for each visit to the store. And she went to the store how many times? 6 times. So 6 times 9 books. 6 times 9, how could we figure that out? I'm going to do our equal group strategy, I think. So for those equal groups, I will do 6 groups. Those are as many times as Angela went to the store. And then 9 in each group. If I just put the number 9 rather than the 9 dots, that will kind of make it easier to add, right? 9, and then I could be doing repeated addition. So I'm kind of doing 2 strategies in one, repeated addition and equal groups. 9 plus 9 is 18. Another 9 plus 9 is 18. Another 9 plus 9 is 18. And then I have 18 plus 18 plus 18. 8 plus 8 is 16. And 10 plus 10, what is that? 20. So far that gives me 36. But I'm not done. I have one more 18 to add. I'm going to write it over here where I have some space. 36 plus 18. Oh, what is 6 plus 8? Ooh, I hope you can help me out with that one. That one is 14. So that's part of the answer. But then we have 30 plus 10. And we know that's 40. 40 plus 14 is 54. So what does that mean? 6 times 9 is 54. So our answer, how many books did she buy last month? 54 books. Oh my goodness, she is lucky. I wish I could buy that many books in a month at the store. Awesome. 54 books would be our answer. All right, so remember with this problem, I am going to see after reading the problem, will I be multiplying or will I be dividing? Let's see. Tommy wants to split a collection of Skittles into groups of 3. Okay, groups of 3, that is important, so I will underline that. Tommy has 9 Skittles. How many groups can he make? So remember, for multiplication, that means if I'm going to multiply these numbers together, that means I need to find a total. And with division, they usually already gave me the total. And I have to find one of the other little numbers in a problem. So in this problem, we know that there's groups of 3. That's what Tommy wants to do with his Skittles. He wants to put them into groups of 3. Maybe he wants to give them to 3 friends. Or maybe he just wants to sort them. Either way, he wants them in groups of 3. And then Tommy has 9 Skittles. That's how many he has. I would say that's how many he has total. So he has his total right here. 9 is the total amount of Skittles he has. And we just want to know how many groups can he make. So this is a great strategy for dividing when we could do our equal groups strategy or our equal sharing when we divide. We know that we could do it with multiplication too. It just looks a little different. So this time, I'm just going to draw the picture the way the problem is written. Groups of 3. So I am going to draw just that, okay? Groups of 3. And then I will put a group around it when that is a group. So there we go. There's a group of 3. And I need to stop at what number? I'm going to stop at my total, which is what? 9. Okay? So there's one of his groups of 3. Ooh, here's another group of 3. So far I have 3, 6. Let's see, I'm going to have to do another one. Here's another group of 3. What does that get us to? 6 plus 3. Oh, that's 9. That's where I can stop. So how many groups did we make? We did groups of 3. And we had to stop where? We stopped at the 3rd group. So our division problem would look like 9, because that's how many total Skittles we had, divided by 3. That's how many he wanted in each group. And that equaled what? 3. And if we were multiplying, that would just look like 3 times 3 is 9. That would be part of our fact family. And that we know, of course, those are related, right? But 3 is our final answer. 3 what? 3 groups. That was our label. Groups of Skittles. 3. All right, after I read this problem, I will want you to try this on your own, and you will need to decide, are you going to be multiplying or dividing? And then you need to figure out the answer. So I will read the problem, and then I want you to pause and try to figure this out. There are 9 students in the class and 63 cookies. If the cookies are divided equally among the students, how many does each student get? All right, I want you to pause it and think about, will you be multiplying or will you be dividing? And then I want to know what your multiplication sentence or your division sentence is with the answer. All right, when I looked at this problem right away, I noticed in the question, or in the story, I should say, it even tells me the word divided and then equally. Sometimes story problems can say divided equally, or sometimes they'll say shared equally. They mean the same thing, but sometimes that kind of gives me the hint that maybe I'll be dividing. Let's also see, when we multiply, we always need to find the total. And the division, for division, they already gave us the total, right? And we need to find a different number. So I see that there are 9 students in the class and there are 63 cookies. We need to share those cookies or divide them equally. So 63 is the total of cookies. We need to find out how many each student can get. So we already have the total and we know we'll be dividing. So when we divide, we always have the big number first. 63 divided by how many students? 9. And then we have our unknown, and we need to find out our answer. So for this, you could have used a number of strategies. And for this strategy today, I'm going to show us with repeated subtraction, okay? You could have used any strategy to help you. You might already even know this fact, but I will do this just in case you do not know the answer already. So 63 is where we'll start. And then remember, we always have to end with 0 when we do repeated subtraction. What number will I be repeatedly subtracting? 9, right? Because it's right there. So 63 minus 9. That's like saying 63 minus 10, right? Which would be 53. But 63 minus 9 would be 54. 54 minus 9. I'm going to get 45. 45 minus 9. What would I get? 36. 36 minus 9. I am going to get 27. 27 minus 9 is 18. I'm running out of room, so I figured this would happen. I'm going to just kind of curve my number line a little bit so I have room. 18 minus 9, we know is 9. And what's 9 minus 9? 0. So how many times did I subtract? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was hard to see, but yes, that was 7. So our answer is 7. So think back to that question. How many cookies, think back to that question. How many cookies would each student get? 7 cookies. Remember, your learning target today is I can solve story problems with multiplication and division, and you'll know you're successful when you can solve story problems that require one step and decide whether to multiply or divide.